Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I often get asked about Swiss Army knives and which ones I like, what do I use. In all honesty, this is about the only one that I really have with me, and I don't carry it in my pocket. This is the Mini Champ. It's all beat up, it's old, and the reason is it actually has a tool set that I find useful for something like this. Obviously these are great. I used to always carry one in my fifth pocket, the little watch pocket like on Levi's. Literally traveled everywhere with it. This was my first that I really fell in love with. It's the Executive. This is an orange peeling tool. Peeled oranges all over the world with that because you used to be able to travel with it, and in a lot of fifth pockets that would fit. This is one of my favorites of the little larger ones. This would, was a camping knife I carried forever, and one of the things I liked about it is it had a magnifying glass on it. I have no idea what that has to do with being an Alpineer. Classic corkscrew knife, screwdrivers, stuff like that. A lot of the traditional ones, you really have to maintain the knives, otherwise they, become hard to open. They bust fingernails. Sometimes you can't get some of the blades open. I found this interesting, and back in its day, it's been around for a long time, where Swiss Army or Victorinox was branching out into other areas. This was what they called their rescue tool. It has a lock blade, serrated knife. It has actually a glass saw, which is kind of a unique feature in something like this. Not that one, that's the regular saw. Wherever it is there, I believe that's the glass saw. And it glows in the dark. But this one has many of the little features that I find actually useful, like, slide this thing out, there it is, a pen. It actually writes. That can be useful. Pop that back in. I think it might be dirty. What do I have here? A little screwdriver, little bottle opener. Supposedly you can strip wire with that, but I think we're well beyond that discussion. We've got a tiny little knife here. One of the things I always found interesting about Swiss Army knives is it's probably, for most people, our introduction to a pretty significant knife cut. Most people open up more than one blade. You're not supposed to. And the reason is that it's very easy to cut yourself. And once you do that, you've learned your lesson. You actually have, that Swiss Army knife bite. But anyway, it's because you end up slicing yourself open trying to open another knife or another blade while one's there. You're not supposed to do that, but everybody does it. Anyway, here's the complement of blades, kind of a unique set. Notice what's missing. Well, it doesn't have the can opener, it doesn't have a large blade, it doesn't have a corkscrew. It's got a lot of these kind of funky little blades. These I find most handy in a small form like this. Yes, you can cut something open like that. You can clean your fingernails. That's probably, a big use of these things. Has tiny little screwdrivers on it. You can open a bottle if you need to, and little scissors. Simple design, very basic. The large full-size Champ, this is the Mini Champ. The full-size Champ has like 80 tools in it, and it's just a ridiculous tool. It's more of a Guinness Book of World Records kind of a tool. But people ask about it, so here we are, the Mini Champ. This is about the only one that I ever have with me, just simply because it's got a handful of features that aren't found on a lot of other things, and for most stuff, especially, if you're kind of domesticated, it fills the bill. I obviously have other tools, plenty of them, but if I had to grab one, that's probably what I'd have with me. Just a little Mini Champ. So there you go. Answers the question. And with that, Doc out.